What's up? What's going on, my friends? We are here for, well, we're not here for what I had originally planned for. Last week, we did that arena stream, and I was planning a follow-up one for tonight. But, I don't know, man, there's something going on with the arena software itself, it looks like, where there's some kind of conflict with my streaming software, so it just doesn't want to show the game, so that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing today. All right, I'm gonna grab the live stream link, share it in the Discord. No, 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 no. All right. No, no, no. Found some fun Magic news that I'm gonna cover tomorrow. Oh, is it still running, Arena? Let's close that out. Okay, there we go. That's better. Kind of distracted myself in the middle of what I was doing there. Okay. Okay, perfect. So that's good. That's good. All right. Excellent. Everything is running properly with the stream. So it's time for our hellos. Where's my... Oh, my drink was hidden directly behind my microphone. You know, like the microphone is just high enough and just thick enough that it obscured this cup quite well. Okay. Well, there we go. So what's up, Gossett, Jess, Game, Yamagoro, Alan, Eng, Juglum, Garley, Nick, who else is in here? Foster, Felonious T, Shelton, Peterson, Zircon, Ned, Lucretian, Quill, Wobbly. All right, I think I got everybody. I think I got everybody who said hello to begin with. Hello, Memory Man. There you go. Now I got everybody. Hello to you. Hello to Lurkers. Hello to me. But not hello to Arena Quick Drafting Investigations, which is totally what I had planned. So now I didn't get anything ready about like the stuff that's going on with Magic news. I could have gone that route instead. But now it's just regular Friday night chill style stream where we're just going to kind of talk about whatever, right? So tomorrow I will drop a video talking about the new info that came out. There's not like a ton to it, but you know, it's that secret layer that was I talked about recently for Sheldon, right? They've released the contents of it, and it's for a cancer charity, and the cards they put in it actually have a considerable amount of secondary market value. So they didn't go the route where they were like, we're going to put like 4 commons in a box and go, hope you buy it, right? So ultimately, it seems pretty solid overall comparatively for a secret layer. So we'll talk about the cards in that, and then I also have some other stuff that I'm just going to keep tucked away for some extra zazzle, but we will talk about it for sure. Nate, yeah, bro. Honestly, you're speaking my heart right now. Angry about the direction Wizards is taking with Magic. Cowboys, I feel you, partner. 5 to 7 card packs, I feel ya, buddy. The limited print run secret layers, I don't care with them flipping back and forth. The only reason they're doing limited print runs is because they're trying to be like, oh, aren't you afraid of missing out? Nah, anything you're printing is just going to be accessible in some other way. And how long is it until you start printing secret layer artwork version of cards in other products? Once secret layer has been milked dry and they don't care about the name as much anymore, then what's to stop them from using all that art again that they paid for on reprints in secret layer booster edition? And you just open boosters of secret layer cards. Like, there's no rules. There's no rules about this stuff, so when it comes to secret layer, the whole thing is just, ugh. It has some fun cards in it, but overall, the concept of it, the way it's done, meh. Yeah. What are you going to do? Game. Have I ever played Dungeons and Dragons? Do I still play? I have played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. Mostly second edition back in the day. Do I still play? No. Because playing Dungeons and Dragons requires basically a genie in a bottle, because you need 3 wishes, each of those wishes being used to make sure everybody can show up on Thursday night to play. There's always somebody's not there. Always somebody who can't make it. There's always an issue when you're adult. D&D worked great when you were like young enough that your parents paid all the bills and you had like no responsibilities, so you could be like, yeah, bro, let's go sit in your basement and play this game for hours or whatever. But as an adult, like with responsibilities and life, good luck, man. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. So getting everybody together is nightmarish. And I'm just too old school to be like, yeah, let's do it online. I don't wanna play D&D like online where we get together in a Zoom conversation. It's just like, so yeah, man. I love D&D because it's a world of imagination. One of my favorite campaigns of all time, Temple of Elemental Evil. So big and encompasses so much. You can start out at level 1 dealing with like brigands, right? These brigands have taken over like a moat house or something like that. You can defeat the brigands, and then you can have that like kind of moat house or whatever it was. I don't remember exactly. But wherever that, you can take their hideout as your hideout and be like, this is our base, stage your operations from it, move from there. And like eventually the Temple of Elemental Evil has powers up to the point where you're fighting, I think, like almost demigod level beings. And there are elementals from the different elemental planes. There's a paladin who's actually like in a magical torpor. And he's being left inside it was a coffin, I think, and there was like a cross on top of the coffin, and it's supposed to make you think like the cross is there to stop the vampire from coming back, but it's actually a paladin, and that cross is his Holy Avenger sword. And there's just so much cool stuff in that adventure, bro. Like, there's so much, and I have so many good memories of it. I remember my buddy made a dwarf character named Brandy, and that guy, all he cared about was getting booze. So like, when we went into the dungeon, we'd go into a place and be like, there are 8 barrels of wine. And he'd be like, I claim them all. Like, I will fight you guys. I don't care. I'll literally fight you for the booze. And it was amazing because it's just role playing, right? There's no strategic advantage to having it. He's just playing and having fun. He had a train of 12 mules that he insisted on bringing wherever we went because he wanted to be able to cart off all the barrels, bro. He died face down in a well. Yeah, that guy, he got too messed up one day, and he ended up getting into some stuff with some people in the town, and he ended up face down in a well. That's how that went. Hey, Certain Mike says, from what I heard, the next secret layer is to print to order and has 1 good card. I think there's Teferi's Protection. There's Ink somebody or other. I'll have to look it up, but I think that there's more. I'll give you better details when I have them for the actual video, right? But just from a cursory remembrance of what I saw, it felt like what they're doing is not the same thing that they did with, for example, the Lord of the Rings secret lair, where they went, hey, what if we put like 2 commons and 2 uncommons in here, put the rare symbols on them, we'll give you Grima Wormtongue, where he's not even the focus of the artwork on the card. And it's like, really? But either way, you know what? Certain, you're Lord of the Board, big boy. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. Jess, you had like 30 second edition books. Oh, I miss those, bro. I miss those. The second edition handbooks that came in the red, bro. The humanoid handbook was busted. I remember like sitting and using the dwarf book to make like a dwarven hold when they were mining up stuff. It was awesome. Just awesome. So good. What up, Synergy? I'm not familiar with that campaign, buddy. Cool guy, how you doing? What's the good word? The good word tonight is turnip, buddy. Get turned up for turnip. DJ Longhair says, I think he was on my show, perps. Oh, look, you capitalized S. It's like the show is important. It must go on. Thanks for the super chat, DJ Longhair. You want to see Lorwyn again? Careful what you wish for. I wish I could see my dead mom again. But then when you see her all stitched up as a mannequin going, buy our products, you might not feel the same way, right? So, like, you want to go back to Lorwyn? No problem, buddy. Slap on a white stained t-shirt and a trucker hat and some greasy crap, because guess what? It's Monster Trucks. It's Monster Truck Monday, Monday, Monday. You'll be at the edge of your seat. No planeswalkers, but plenty of car driving across multiple planes. Start in Ravnica, tear through Lorwyn. Oh yeah! Like, that's careful what you wish for, buddy. When we go tearing through Lauren, beep, beep, beep. Oh, no, he's got a busted taillight. Woo, 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 woo. Here comes the police car. License and registration, please. Gallo, you started a first edition campaign last year. Yeah, first edition's wild, man. Get yourself a monk and do some quiver and palm. Woo, 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 bam! Whoa. Monk power. Monk power. Every day a Monopoly store that just complains about how the dog in the car got taken out. Well, I wish they'd take the cars out of Magic. So if we could do that Monopoly style, I'd be cool with that. I'd be cool with that. Beep, beep, burn. Monster Truck and give us new Gravedigger art. Fuck you, cool guy. Right? Fuck you, bro. Oh... Christ says Domo Arigato Hister Perpato. I feel like reading that is like half me having a seizure. Have a heart. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. Oh. Hey, Air, yep. Druids are cool, man. Animal companions are funky. I remember, yeah, specifically with second edition, the humanoid book had some crazy stuff you could do. Pixies were broken. Inherent invisibility that's naturally on at all times, built-in fucking flight, and insane weaponry like arrows that can like put people to sleep and confuse them and stuff. And I'm like, but you need more experience to level up. Who cares? I just want to make sure that I understand. I can just start with flight and permanent invisibility? What? Like, so broken. So broken. Also, the stuff in the Psionics handbook was crazy. Crazy powerful stuff. Crazy. What up, Paz? How you doing, buddy? Really want to know if there's going to be a spare tire art of... Come on, Dale. Why you got to do me like this, bro? There probably will be. Why wouldn't there be? Oh. And tire irons and... Oh, man. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Gallo, you like Dark Sun. Well, then you just like busted overall. Dark Sun is busted. Not only have psionics, but you have everybody can have like 25 as their stats instead of 18 as a cap. You're like 1800 strength. What, did your mother not feed you any milk as a child? Why are you so weak, 18 boy? I'm 25. You want to kiss my guns? Right? Like, that's craziness. Also, the life stealers, defilers or whatever they're called, man, becoming like emperor dragons or whatever they are by consuming all the people's life force. It's so epic. And honestly, that like, there's a one story in Dark Sun where this guy's going to become a dragon, and to become a dragon, it requires an absurd amount of life force, right? You need to draw the life out of a ton of people. So he basically fills like a stadium full of people to use as a sacrifice, like a city's worth of people kind of deal. And it was epic because it worked, and it's crazy, and he becomes insane powerful. And then you watch the new D&D movie. It's the same thing, right? D&D, right? Okay, we got an arena full of people. We've got a lady who wants to turn everybody into the dead. Oh, this will be epic. Oh, she didn't post guards at the exits or chain them off, or anybody can just leave whenever they want. Oh, and now they're dropping treasure from the sky, and everybody's running out through the treasure hole, like just out the front doors, and there's no people getting crushed, and literally everybody runs out and escapes the death mist. Gripping. You're even afraid to show the villain lady. Really, it's like she gets smacked in the wall and then rocks fall on her, and it's like, wow, okay, 4-year-olds. That's okay. All right. Every day says, what do you think a rebooted Fallen Empires and Homelands would be like? What mechanics do you think might be good for them? Like, seriously. Thanks for the super chat. What would a rebooted Fallen Empires and Homelands be like? Well, I mean, Fallen Empires and Homelands is after the devastation of it would be all about rebuilding, right? So, like, what would it look like? Well, Fallen Empires, it would be all like thralls, right? So it would be like thralls would have overrun everything. The thralls were ultimately the victor of the battles between everybody in the all the different Sarpadian empires, right? They got subsumed by the thralls because they were actually not subsumed, overrun is a better term for it. So yeah, the thralls were just unstoppable. The Thalids just couldn't muster the same numbers or whatever. So the thralls ultimately, Thalids are made, they're like fungus thralls apparently. They're made out of thrall. I learned that from one of the books. Pretty wild. Hey, Mox Man, what's up, buddy? How you doing? That's my favorite line from Army of the Dead, bro. Army of Darkness, I should say. So yeah, you'd have, I mean, if they're following the story, it would be the thralls overran everything, and then most of the thralls died out as they turned on each other, probably. So you'd just be dealing with, if you really wanted to go with the flavor of it, you could have something similar to what they did with, what was it? Torment? Where it was like everything had a slice of black in it. Black was infused into every part. You could go that route, right? For Homelands, you can do anything, because Homelands was, I mean, what is Homelands notable for, really? It's got a few things that you know about. You've got, obviously, characters like the Baron, but he's just transplanted. He's from another world, so you could have him having found a portal out of the world and having come back and established power between multiple worlds somehow or something, with the fact that he knows multiple worlds exist, although omen paths at this point are going to become more and more common knowledge. So, you know, you can go Barons using the omen paths to do whatever. What else did you have going on with Homeland? You had Pharaohs, but Pharaohs is dead long ago. His ban is irrelevant now. Omen paths again, and I think it got completely shattered anyways. What else happened in Homelands? It's like there's ancient dwarven empires from another world, something like that as well. So yeah, I mean, you could make it into anything. The Homelands could be anything. You can go anywhere with it. Boxman Baronsenger's not from Ravenloft. All right, get out of here with that. Some says they should make overpowered card with the homeland set symbol so Apocalypse Chime has some usage. Even if they made it, like, they would, it wouldn't count because it's not from the homeland's expansion, right? That's how it works. It's based on what was in the expansion, not any card with this particular set symbol. So you can't retroactively add cards to the set. Your Apocalypse Chime strategy for mass valuation will never come to fruition, bro. It's never going to happen. Oh, yeah, Minotaurs. That's right. Minotaurs was a big thing in Homelands. Absolutely. Did you redo part 2? You wish they got back to blocks? Well, I mean, the amount of time and effort it takes to sketch all that out doesn't work, right? Especially when they've got so much IP stuff with other people's stuff, properties that they've got to jam in there now. Well, yeah, anti-proliferation's okay, but removing counters from other people's cards most of the time is pretty unsatisfying. It, like, most of the time you're just going to want to remove the permanents that they have the counters on. That's way more satisfying. And a lot of times the removing counter card is just too narrow to see any real use. It's such a small, like, it's such a shallow design space that there's not much you can do with it aside from adding it on as a tacked on ability where it doesn't really matter, a la the new Glissa that they put out in, what was it, Phyrexia, All Will Be One. She's got like 3 different abilities, one of which is remove counters from one of your opponent's permanents, and that is the least interesting. I've seen it used once to little effect. It was not impressive. Gotta have shitty uncommons, so you need kind of shitty effects. That is true. That is true. What up, Blind? Finally got a live stream. What's up with the recent Karlov set? It's so bad. Well, that is what's up with it, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm not surprised it flunked at the LGS he went to. That's the story from most LGSs. There are a few that are reporting good numbers, but I don't know. They must be in extremely well-to-do areas or something. I don't know, man, because this stuff is too expensive, too poorly designed. It's Wizards is, they're finding that breaking point, but they're gonna keep pushing because it doesn't matter whether you want to pay. They need that money, son. They need that money. Justin, Glissa removed your indestructible counter from Mondrak, and all that did is open it up for some destruction, right? It's not an impressive feel to it. It doesn't feel nearly as good as just removing the problem outright. So removing counters, unfortunately, it's not satisfying either. It feels so minimal. I am attacking you with the Ox Demon of Doom. He's a huge, hulking, throbbing demon who's going to destroy you with punches. Oh, yeah? Well, I cast Veil of Kind of Removabilitude. What? Yeah. You know how your guy's a little bit beefier because he's got +1/+1 counter on it? Shazam! Now your beefy demon's sure he's gonna punch me really hard, but slightly less hard, and I spent my time and effort doing that. Do you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. Skadadow! I take 7 instead of 8. How does it feel, motherfucker? You thought you were gonna attack me for 8, but you're only attacking me for 7 like a bitch! Like a little bitch! Because I took away your +1/+1 counter! Oh, Fuck yeah, I'm so hard as a wizard right now. DJ Longhair Super Chat says, New Lorwyn, Kithkins and Owls with fedoras. Bro, why you gotta say such hateful stuff, man? Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that, huh? What? Gallo Karlov. The reason that Karlov feels like the same concept as New Capenna is because they had a bunch of Capenna artwork. All the policemen they made for Capenna, they took out of the set because dumb reasons. And then they were like, we got all this art, we gotta use it. So some genius at Wizards went, hey, put them on Ravnica, where they already have a police, where they already have police and judges that handle all that. Put them on Ravnica as detectives. It'll fit in perfectly. And it's like, okay, should we go back into Rada? Anything else to be detectives? No. And like, just, you know what? Make like 2 different kinds of morph so it's really confusing. Have morph and then have disguise. And people will think that the disguise cost is how much they have to pay to put the thing face down. But nope. Doesn't it feel good to put down a fucking face down 3/3 with ward 2 and no other abilities? And then you can pay 5 mana to turn it up into a 5/5? Like, nobody wants to play a fucking 3 mana 2/2 with ward 2. And they made multiple abilities that do that in the same set. They made 2 versions of morph. It's fucking deranged. It's deranged nonsense. Karlov Manor is dumb dog shit, all stapled together. Like, for real, it's the most lazy, stupid crap I've seen. You just look at it and go, the fuck is this? I played in the pre-release. I've put together some... I've done one draft with it. It's so disparate. It's so disparate feeling. Chizu, there you go. You're lucky. That's the sentence of glory. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anime, you only got the Blame Game Precon and like $15 worth of singles from Markov Manor. Didn't see anything else you wanted to play, let alone get. It's a story a lot of people are saying. I'm getting this little bit or none because, bro, what do you care? Most of the stuff in the set, you just look at it and go, what? Like, I can ignore the flavor of it and just play the mechanics of it when I'm playing in some kind of limited format, whatever. Like, I'll stop and look at the artwork and just shake my head going, they put a stupid hat on this vampire to try and tie it into Capenna. Or like, it's so dumb. So yeah, they just shunted that Capenna artwork in because Capenna and Ravnica are both like cities, so they'll staple together just fine. Plus, Wizards thinks Ravnica's the end-all be-all now, where everything should come from. But they're not going to redo the artwork for the art deco in the background or nothing. They're just going to cram it together and go, you should like this. Also, buy our Jumpstart clue box set where you can get Commander Mustard. And it's like, oh... Check it out. We put rope into the game. Isn't this cool? It's artifact equipment. It costs 3 to equip a dirty piece of tattered rope. What does it do? You can't be blocked by multiple creatures. How does this dirty piece of rope that's tying up a curtain do that? Shut up, dickhead. This is a clue set, and clue has ropes, and it's a clue. So shut up. It doesn't need to feel like a cool, powerful item. It needs to feel like you giving us fucking a lot of money for these. Fuck you. We had this laying around. This is actually a cropped part of some other art. We have this big piece of art and we cropped it all the way down to just the curtain and said, fuck you. It's a rope, dickhead. Go get one in a chair. Because that's what the state of magic calls for. Right? Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. They have a lead pipe. They have a lead pipe. What kind of fucking spongy, dumb fuck planeswalker is gonna be like, oh, the one's like, I summon up the fucking demon sword of dick smashing. And it's like, I summon up a pair of scissors from my mom's knitting box. One of these things is not... And the scissors are better than a lead pipe, bro. For real. By the power of Grayskull, I'm playing Clue. We're wizards. We called it Clue because we don't got one. How does that feel magical, son? the candlestick too, and all. You know what? Somebody was like, yo, no, the candlestick is actually the candlestick holder. It's the candle. The candle's the candle. Candlestick holds the candle. Upon further reflection, I have come to the realization that was absolutely true. And it is a candlestick. So yeah, okay, I get it. It gives you +1/+1 because you're holding a candlestick and you can smack somebody with it. And I know usually, like, whenever I've been in a dangerous situation and I wanted to defend myself, I'm like, man, I wish I had a candlestick. That makes me feel safe. Also, it lets you see the future by 2 cards, because that makes sense. Because that, here you go, you got this. It's in the clue game, shut up. Everything's in the clue game except the one we don't put in the pew pew pews, because no, shh, that's not here. That's not a thing. Moxman, he clue in the masters of your wallet. I mean, the masters of not getting the wallets open, and now, bro. That seems to be the way it's going. A magic card just called Knife is funny. You know what? I can accept that one. That would make sense. I summon up a goblin. Yeah, what's he gonna do? I summon a knife. Oh, okay. Somebody's getting shanked. You know what I mean? Like, at least that's a step up from, like, I summon up plumbing. You know, indoor plumbing? That's what that is. It's a piece of indoor plumbing. I summon up a vibrating shower head and I stick it all the way up my ass and fill it with blue mana. Whoa, clean out my soul. It's stupid. It's dumb. What up, Sam Hain? Life treating me well? Sure is, bro. How you doing? Certain. How can you have cowboys without guns? Haven't you seen Brokeback Mountain? Oh wait, those guys had guns. Never mind. I wish I could quit you. This is Brokeback magic. I wish I could quit you. The lead pipe thing, man, it's so stupid. It's in there because it's Clue. And it makes me think about the dumb Capenna story where they're like, Elspeth ran for her life from random faceless douchebags in this story. You mean the Planeswalker with a ton of power and the one who had the God Spear and the God Sword and the Nightmare Spear of Darkness and all that? Yup, she's running because these guys are chasing her. The guys with no magical power, whatever. Yeah, but like it's scary because one of them pulls out a knife and it's like, oh, and she's like, oh no. You can planeswalk away at any point. Later on in the story, Ob Nixilis will, as soon as you go give him the tiniest cut. So you're in like no danger and you can go get a weapon at any point. But she keeps running from them until she finds pipes in an alley and then she's like, yo, yeah, this is what I was always waiting for, equality! And she picks it up and hits him with the pipe and then she gets to join the Maestro gang because the Maestro gang is impressed by the fact that she's tough and hit a guy with a pipe. So yeah, pipes have a long storied history in Magic. Also, Teo likes toilets, and toilets use indoor plumbing, so there's that great connection in Magic lore as well. It's good. It's good. They're just gonna, in Thunder Junction, they're just gonna have like lightning blasters and stuff like that, guys. That's all it'll be. They'll just avoid it's just kind of shaped the same way and blast magic at you. It's an Aether Shunter. Oh, get shunted. I'm gonna shunt your mama at high noon. You know? Oh, I got Aether Shunted. This town ain't big enough for the Aether Shunted 2 of us. Pa-pow, pa-pow, pa-pow. Dance, varmint. Oh no, he's firing Aether Shuntage at my feet. My spurs. Oh. You're confused as how you play Clue with the Ravnica Clue Edition boosters? Well, don't worry about it. When they talk about it, they say it in a way where they don't expect you to do it more than once. It's a gimmick to get you to... They're hoping you want to buy the unique magic cards that are in there and that you're willing to pay for 8 crappy Jumpstart boosters as well. It looks like crap. They're $100 here. It's crazy. Crazy. It's way out of my range for some random ass magic nonsense. The Chick-fil-A secret lair. Oh, are you sure though? Are you sure Chick-fil-A and like Wizards of the Coast can be in harmony? Because I feel like the people who yell at Chick-fil-A are the same people who cozy up to Wizards on Twitter and stuff. You know, these losers who lay in front of the restaurant doors going, "We're staging a die-in." And it's like, what? Yeah, you're responsible for the death of chickens or something. Let me get this straight. You're laying here on the ground so that we have to step over you when we walk into a restaurant. And this is, you fixing the world, are you? This is doing something? That's what you tell yourself? Get a fuck. I don't normally say this to people, but get a fucking job. Like, for real. For real. Normally the answer isn't get a job, but like clearly you have nothing going on in your life and you desperately want to contribute something somehow. This isn't how you do it. Laying in front of the chicken restaurant thinking that me stepping over you is going to get me to think about the lives of the chickens that I don't give a fuck, son. Some has to die for me to live every day. And you just seem like a dumbass to me. Like, for real. Are you really just down there because you like being farted on or something? Is that what this is? You're some kind of pervert just trying to look up people's pant legs up the dick holes or something? What is this? What is this? It's ridiculous, man. People standing out front of the fucking Wendy's trying to be like, look at these videos of where they keep the pigs. Oh, doesn't it make you feel bad? I'm on my lunch break, motherfucker. And I'm also obstinate. So you showing me this shit just makes me want to fucking get more. Fuck you. I'm going to order another burger. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about a fucking restaurant. Let me tell you that. I don't like what this company does. Go fuck yourself. I care about my lunch. I care about what I'm eating. I don't care what your fucking thoughts are on any restaurant on earth. I promise you that. Here's what I think. Unless it's like, the food's great and you should go there. Don't fucking care. Unless it's specifically food related, where it's like, the food is awesome or stay away because the food sucks. I don't fucking care, man. I don't care. Hey, did you know that the guy who owns the company thinks something different from me? Oh, okay. I'm gonna lay on the ground. Why don't you just drink bleach, bro? Do everyone a fucking favor. Like, for real. Maybe just a little to smarten up. Not enough to take you off the planet. Just enough to sting your mouth enough so you go, hey, maybe I smarten up. Maybe I got better things to do. So yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. I don't go. Before I go to this restaurant, I need to call the owner of the restaurant. Hi, I'm here to do a fucking moral interview with you. I need to know your beliefs on all these different subjects so I can decide if I can eat a circle of bread and dough at your location. So, question what? Click, what the fuck? Like, that's, some people are like that, man. It's wild. It's wild. Ball Falcon, I see you. I see you. You're silly. You're a silly one, buddy. And you're right. You're right. I don't care. I'll never be one of those people who's like, oh, I investigate the chain of everything I've gotten and stuff. It's like, okay. All right, man. Have fun with that. Whatever you need to do to tell yourself you're a good person. I know I'm a good person. I don't have to worry that eating a fucking chicken sandwich or buying a phone or thinking something that you don't want me to makes me a bad person. It's so stupid. Oh, what a world. What a world. People are ridiculous. More ridiculous than ever. There you go. When you got that tiny little bit sticking up from your nail, and it's so annoying, man. You know what else is annoying? Not having a full cup of root beer. So I'm going to solve that annoyance. I'll be right back. I shall return victoriously. All right. I'm back. That's good. Elijah, you think a lot of people are sleeping on Commander Masters drafts? Oof. Commander Masters is an expensive, overpriced product. Wizards 100% relying on the secondary market value. So saying if you hit the top couple of cards you can pay for the box, 100% lottery, bro. 100% lottery with a huge entry fee ask and you better be able to sell it fast because Wizards is constantly reprinting. Like constantly. So the whole, you got valuable cards, this stuff, that's only going to appeal to a very narrow window of people who have the money to put in the first place, the desire to try and play the lottery style on that scale. Like it's a big ask, man. It's expensive. That is like, Commander Masters is a horrendously overpriced product, and it definitely is not it's not gonna, I mean, you know what, I shouldn't even say it. Wizards, I wouldn't be surprised if they did follow it up with something even more expensive. I'm really curious to see how the rest of this year is going to shake out with their decisions. Craig, you're watching Karlov crash. Maybe you'll buy some when it hits 100, but probably not. Well, you'll know how you feel at the time, right? I mean, bro, some sets come out and I'm like, man, I wish I had more money. I wish I could get this set. And then other sets come out and I go, well, at least this time I don't really feel bad that I'm missing out, because the Markov Manor stuff, I'm not like, yo, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I really super wanted. I just look at it and go, it's a bunch of stuff that's like, have fun with your your detective artwork and your little mystery where you go, oh, it's this big murder mystery, but at the end, Prof's going to go and talk to Niv Mizzet, and Niv Mizzet's going to be like, the events of everything that happened at Karlov Manor don't matter. And Prof's all like, yeah, I kind of figured you'd feel that way, because you know what? That's not really permanent on Ravnica, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And I knew that all along. Okay, then. So, what? Why are you ending your story by telling us that the events of your story don't matter? I already knew that, but why are you telling us directly? You know what I mean? I put out the last installment. If you guys haven't seen the secret ending for like the Karlov Manor story, legitimately, I put it out over on my Fantasy Geographic YouTube channel, and it is a 4.5 minute long video. Hold on, I don't even know how long it is, because it's, oh wait, there. Let's see here. Yeah, here it is. Bum, 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 bum. All right, just gonna take a second, I guess. What up, First Rule? How you doing, buddy? All right. Yeah, it's like 5 minutes long. It's a 5 minute long video. The secret end of Karlov Manor. So here you go. Yeah, Modern Horizons 3 is coming this year, Nick, and yeah, it's definitely going to be insane. Do I think that they're intentionally holding back on Fallout boxes to create FOMO? Oh, absolutely. They like to go. It's like, if you hold back at first, then you sell out everything right away, and people clamor for more, and you can still release, as long as you do it within the quarter, right? Because they're like managing quarterly results and stuff. It doesn't matter if you sell it 2 weeks in, 3 weeks later, if you get the right optics and create a rush of people wanting it. So, I mean, on the other hand, Wizards has become hilariously inept at delivering reasonable products in a reasonable time frame. So it could also be that they just don't have them. I don't know. I don't I don't actually know anymore. So yeah, it's definitely an odd time for Magic. No, not a good time. It'll be interesting to see what they're shoving into modern with Modern Horizons 3, right? Because that's how it works now. They are like, yo, no, we know that Modern was created to be a non-rotating format, but we don't accept the premise of non-rotating formats. Not on our watch. I mean, they've essentially made Commander a rotating format by just making a million cards for it. Here you go. 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 Here's 300 new legendary creatures this year. Go. Make Commander decks. Do whatever. More. 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 Everything is for Commander. Well, Broccoli, if you want to play with the cards, you need them right away, right? You can't wait. If everybody else is busting out Ragvans and smashing face, how are you going to play if you're waiting? So, no, you can't just sit back and be like, oh, just see what happens. They're not going to give you any time for that. They're not going to give you any time for that, man. Oh, Quill, you fucking deluded sweet summer child. I'm about to completely crush your fucking soul. Oh, I feel bad for you. So Quill says with more and more focus on Ravnica, they'll have to constantly come up with 10 new themes at a time for the various guilds. It'll absolutely kill the remaining design space for the other planes. That's adorable. That's adorable. Bro, you know Markov Manor's a Ravnica set, right? Where are the 10 guild themes? Where are even the guild watermarks? No. You're living in a world where the guilds are something that... Bro, they ignored the fact that Boros and Azorius existed to just shove detectives on there, like a detective agency was needed. When the Azorius have pure truth magic, and the Boros have law enforcement magic, and the detectives have weaker, more garbage magic that's not absolute. Like, yeah, no. There's no more guilds or themes. The theme is Clue, motherfucker. The theme is cowboys, bro. It's forget it. You think they're gonna spend the time? We went to Ravnica because they have a bunch of artwork kicking around from before. Tristani was the villain in this just because they had artwork of one of them looking mad about something. That's it. You read the story and they're like, oh, Zagana died holding a black iris. Was she? Because the artwork just shows it laying around her. Yeah, well, it also shows her kind of on a balcony dead, but we said she's on a bunch of coats, maybe, or something. So, yeah, like, forget it. The days of the 10 guilds being balanced and represented, bro, no. Now the guilds, if this is the Ravnica set. These are the guild abilities. Which of the two variations of Morph do you like? It's over, man. It's over. Go find guild watermarks. I fucking dare you. They didn't even spend the time to bother to put those icons in the back of text boxes for people, right? That's it. That's what the watermarks are. They just had to go guild lines, like they've always done, but go fuck yourself. That would take time, effort, and money, and you can eat a dick. Because it ain't Ravnica. It's fucking Junk Drawer the Magic set, son. It's Junk Drawer the Magic set. Instead of waiting until you're actually going back to the plane naturally, like they did with the whole Lost Caverns of Ixalan, where they're like, hey, we're gonna put this part inside Ixalan, even though it doesn't kind of make sense, and then we're gonna use stuff from Ixalan. So it's like, check out the Merfolk with the Jade. They're from Ixalan. But with this, they're like, we're just gonna use a bunch of stuff that's not from it and say it is fuck you. And so you get this soup of garbage. What up, Al? Chizo, I don't think that they're trying to put... I don't think they're going to jump the shark hard enough where they're going to actually try and say, these characters from the IP are in the regular Magic world. There's no benefit to that, right? What's the benefit of going... And then on Ravnica, Enzo from Assassin's Creed showed up, and he high-fived Master Chief. They keep them separate, and they make you play against them, so you have to deal with the same difference. But in terms of the story, that enters the level of, like, crackhead fan fiction, so I just don't see it happening. I don't see how they'd make more money from it. If they did make more money from something like that, I absolutely believe it. I believe they'll do anything that they think will get them an extra dollar, regardless of what it ends us up with. What's confusing is Markov Manor was part of Shadows over Innistrad story. Karlov Manor seems so forced on us for no reason. Well, that's exactly it. They went, we're going back to Ravnica. What are we going to do? Well, it's got to be a murder mystery, and murder mysteries take place at somebody's house, so we've got to pick somebody's house. Okay, who do we have artwork of? Teysa. Okay, what's her name? Karlov? Okay, it's Karlov Manor. Fine, that's what we're doing. Fine, whatever. Who cares? There'll be nothing distinctive about it. Nothing to make it feel like it's magical in any way or whatever, aside from, we got a ghost ward on the door, and the wards in the Teysa's own home stop her from being able to enter rooms. Uh-huh. We got a guild that's dedicated to life and death, but nothing is done to about Tace at all. The only thing the story does, Kay goes, Tace, I want to talk to your ghost, and then another ghost shows up. She's not available right now. Okay, why don't you go talk to people who have magic like this? I can't. I gotta go have a sandwich or something, and maybe talk to Kellen, and Kellen can be like, do you know my dad? And then I can be like, no. And then Kellen can be like, okay, I asked everybody here about my dad, and that's the only reason I'm here. So since the only reason I'm here is to look for my dad, and I've literally, like, asked everybody, and I know everything, I'm going to stay here and continue to be an investigator. Because I've always been an investigator. Okay. Sure, Kellen, why not? If they think that this, like, Kellen being reunited with his dad is gonna land, like, anybody's gonna give a shit, I don't know how they would. I liked Kellen from the get-go when they had him in the wilds of Eldraine. So I'm like, Kellen's fun. And then they were like, hey, look, Kellen's in the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. He's just here down in the bottom running from some goblins. Why is he running from goblins, 6 goblins, when later you're going to have him cutting vampires in half midair? Just, he has the light blades. Why is he running from these goblins? You want to explain any of that? No, he just has to run up and then become a pet for Amalia for the story. Why? Because he's here. Shut the fuck up. Now he's over here in Ravnica, and we had to paint him into the artwork, and we forgot to pay him into some of the artwork, but isn't that cool? He's part of the story spotlight. See the story spotlight card where the guy's doing this, but we forgot to paint him into the artwork? It's cool because it fits. And Kellen does a lot. He does impactful stuff. He's definitely, it's not filler. No, it's not. It's not filler. It's important. It's going to matter for the next set when he gets the Thunder Butt Touch Junction. And he's like, Dad, I met you. And his dad's like, I don't care about you, bro. I never did. I don't remember your mom. Who gives a shit about you? Now, come on, son. We're going to... Oko. Here's the story. Kellen finds Oko. And Oko's like, no. I just pokoed your mom, but I don't want nothing to do with you. But Kellen's like, I love you, Oko Papa. And then Oko's like, my heart grew 2 sizes today. I love you, Kellen. It's good to be a family. Now let's go to a father and son monster truck race on Lorwyn. I got us tickets. And that will lead into the monster truck death race set. And we'll be ready to go. Squirrel, when corporations start caring about collectors, is it time to run away? I mean, Wizards doesn't care about anything but taking people's money, so I think we're past the point. They don't care about anybody. So if you're gonna worry about them caring about people, and that's the point to run. We're way past that point, guy. It's time to run. Like 10 years ago. That's right, certain. His Oko just wanted to get some Halo. Like, see, guy, the thing is, your mom's kind of a pig, and I just, like, used her a bit and left because I don't care about you. But I'm totally glad that you found me because this is super important to me. Also, by the way, Kellen, now you're technically royalty, too. This will never come up. It will never fucking come up, but you're royalty. And, fuck you. Kellen, tell me something. Why do you look so different from set to set? Like, some sets you look really fucking tanned and your face is wider. And other sets, it looks like they kept you out of the fucking sun. What's the deal? What's going on, buddy? Oh, what a fucking travesty. What a travesty. The current the current state of this nonsense lore is. At least they have the afterthought to be like, Amalia's in the rubble belt. Okay, she has like the power to completely like rewrite the nature of reality with her map. Like, you guys are totally fucking washing that away. Amalia is one of the most powerful fucking people wandering around. She can just change the world with a pen stroke. And they're just like, yeah, she's off here doing this. And it's like, Why don't you enlist her help for any of this? Why is she not fucking involved? Look, man, we can only staple Kellen onto some shit, and this is all half-assed. Hey, guys, look, man, we feel like we really screwed up by making everything lady first, and we did it like a whole lot. And we realized that for some reason, treating the majority of our audience like they're unwanted, like, afterthoughts isn't a great idea. So now we need a dude that we can just kind of shove as like marketing stuff and be like, check it out, it's this dude. But we didn't plan for this or put him into any of the stories. So we're just going to staple him onto everything because, oh, yeah, no, that whole thing we tried to do with Caleb and Krug and the whole, like, we want to do the Brothers War, but we want to revile the brothers at the same time just for existing. It's like, what are you doing? So now they're going, hey, Kellen's here, right? It's not, yay. Isn't that great? You like him, right? Wobbly, yep, that's about it, man. The lore now is terrible, and Magic lore already has a low bar to begin with. Broccoli, can you imagine how many illegitimate children planeswalkers have to be kicking around the multiverse? You know how many I'd have like a piece out of that's what you would do? I figure most planeswalkers, you know how you can you know how you can heal creatures automatically at the end of the turn, otherwise known as reverting them to their earlier state? It's kind of like, hey, Alakazam, unpregnified. That's the magic. Planeswalker, bye-bye. Goodbye, support payments. Goodbye, memory that this happened. I'm out. So yeah, they have like they've had reused not reused. I keep tripping over that. It's not reused assets. They have like they always have extra slush artwork kicking around that they just use half decently. It fits in. It fits in. But now they're like this really just screams. We just crammed it all together. We stapled it all together. Yeah, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? I know. I'll tell you what you should do if you haven't already. Try that Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. I'm playing that. Been having a lot of fun with it. It's so dope that it makes me wish I had the other Pixel remasters. I only have number 6. Number 4 is my second choice, but like they have like Final Fantasy 1 through 6 all Pixel remastered, and yeah, man, it's awesome. I'm having a great time with it. The music has had some fun tweaks to it, and they've taken out some of the hassle in terms of auto battling and stuff that makes it so much smoother to play in that regard, especially if you want to grind some fights. It's great. It's great. Yellow Jacket, Karlov Manor was the first set you didn't like anything about. It's a weird experience, isn't it? Isn't it? It's pretty crazy when you just find something that's like this doesn't feel like what I'm used to at all. What is this? And they wanted to like, hey, we've got a price increase along with this product. And the fact that they thought that the Aftermath epilogue style boosters were gonna be a big thing. Like people are gonna love this. And it's like, why would they love it? We're getting rid of commons, guys. No, you're not. The uncommons are commons now. And you can get the same 3 ones in one pack. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, my girl, Final Fantasy has epic music. I actually put on the Final Fantasy VI soundtrack randomly today, kicking out of this little speaker here. And Carly, when I walked by, she was like, yo, you got some good music playing. I'm like, that's Final Fantasy VI right there. And then we got into some kind of conversation, and the fight music was playing. And I'm like, oh, you ready? You ready? Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, the old Final Fantasy stuff's awesome. I am very much enjoying my playthrough of this one. It's great. It's great. It's really holding up, man. And I got to the point, like, this is the first time ever when I was doing the mountaintop fight when you divide your guys into multiple groups and then the enemies are coming up all these different paths. I was like, I'm just going to make one hulking bruiser group and chase every enemy down and beat them and just have like one healer in the party. So that's what I did. I'm like, I'm going to try it out. And it worked so well and so fast. I just plowed through the enemies. It was great. I'm like, man, why didn't I think of this before? This is a much better strategy than splitting my guys across 3 even parties and blocking off the way so nobody can get up to the top. I just went down and said, who wants some? You? Let's go, let's go. At one point I charged into a group that was all together, not realizing that it was going to get me into multiple combats without the ability to heal between. So things did get a little bit touch and go because there was a strong enemy in that mix. But I pulled it off, man. I pulled it off. Quill, have I played Chrono Trigger? Chrono Trigger is amazing. And Chrono Trigger, like, blew my mind when I played it. I have that. I have 2 pixel remasters in total on Steam. I have Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger. And since I don't have Final Fantasy IV pixel remaster, Chrono Trigger will probably be the one that gets pixel remaster attention next, right? Chrono Trigger is amazing. I will do an entire live stream on it when I get into that, man. Joglum Time Crisis. I remember that. What happened to the Zalfirin? The Zalfirin originally got shunted into that like little pocket dimension out of sync with the rest of existence when Teferi screwed up the time magic. But then in the story now they're saying that Zalfir, all of that, was transposed with New Phyrexia. So now New Phyrexia is trapped outside in that bubble, even though it's way bigger than Zalfir was. And Zalfir is like where New Phyrexia was now in the multiverse. So it's just its own plane now instead of like being rejoined with Dominaria. Yeah, I've never played Mother. I don't think I've ever played Earthbound either. But yeah, man, the Final Fantasy games, they're just so banger. They're so banger. They're so worth it. They're so worth it. I think I already wish listed 4. Keep an eye on it. You never know when they're going to have some kind of like big fat Steam sale and you can snag up the games that you want cheap, you know? Earthbound and Mother is the same game, different name based on localization. I was going to say, isn't Mother like the end of something like Earthbound? I don't know. I never got into that one. Yeah, Megara, Omen Paths are just doorways in the multiverse now, and Ravnica is literally going to be the hub, like, connected to everything. So Zalfir could just wander to Dominaria whenever they feel like it. Originally, when they pitched Omen Paths to us, they were like, they're going to be, like, who knows, they're going to occur here or there, and now they're just like, welcome to the interdimensional highway. There's just doorways between all the planes now, and anybody can go anywhere at any point or whatever. And if Miz's gonna have toll booths and custom set up. Mother's the first game, Earthbound is the second, and Mother 3 is a Japanese only title. All right. All right. Dude, your bones hurt. Oh, go to the hospital. I am not a medic. I don't fall for this stuff, man. Nobody's gonna... I ain't falling for this. I got a snake bite stuff, all right? I ain't having it. Oh, Craig, you're unhappy that Joyra, Weatherlight Captain, has to cover cleavage? Well, you know what? I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't know when, but Excelsior McJuggins and his jug hunts will be returning. They will be returning. Before it was with Force of Will. Now there's other waifu games that are going to get the love. Waifu love. So that'll be fun. Get some other TCGs some love. Wobbly Waifu loves the name of your pet commander deck. Fair enough. Yeah, there's games that have like big, bright, colorful anime waifu style stuff. I'm totally down with that. I like big, bright colors. I enjoy beautiful women, pretty ladies, all that stuff. I'm totally down with that. I don't care. Do I have a waifu playmat? I probably got like... I mean, I got Force of Will playmats and stuff. I got a whole bag of playmats. I got a whole bag, you know what, that I'm too lazy to pull them out and unroll them and show you. But yeah, definitely. Definitely. I got me some waifu playmat action. How many characters that were fighters in the Cabal Coliseum are cards? It's a good question. I don't know. You got Braids. You got Kamal. You've got, who is it? Isha? Balthor. Who else? Jessica? I don't know. I don't know all of them. Yep. Chainer. Definitely. Yeah, who else? Gianna Phage is Jessica. And Jessica Phage is made of Jessica, essentially. And they may have made more of the characters in like side products and commander decks and stuff that I don't know about as well, because we've definitely reached the point where I can't keep track of all the Magic cards that exist. Was there a dragon? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I do not know who else. It's been a long time since I've read the story either, so. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else right now. Did a Chroma fight in the pit? I don't know. I don't remember if Ixidor used her as a pit fighter or whatever. Yeah, whatever. I mean, ultimately, I'm sure you can like find all those details with like one wiki article search about like the Cabal or their pits or whatever, you know? Different times, man. Wizards would take 3 different sets to tell the big old story. We get the novels for them. And now we're making a clue set. Here's a murder mystery. Also, the story will acknowledge that none of this matters and they have magic to just bring people back. But we didn't want to mention that really too much during the story because, well, hey, it's a murder mystery, but murder can easily be undone. So it's like, okay. All right, then. Oh, well. That's the way she goes, right? Getting too worked up about it doesn't gain you nothing. Anyhow, it's time for me to get going. I got things to attend to. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. If you didn't get to see the stream in its entirety and you want to, it will be available on the stream archive a little later on. So, you know, within the next 12 hours or so. Thanks for coming by. I will catch up with you guys soon.